Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Hey guys, welcome to Soy Sauce Assassin. What's going on? It's Wednesday, and I have too much coffee today. Actually, I slept last night, so today's a good day. Yeah, so I slept last night. I had good energy. I got myself a leftover coffee. Yep, leftover upstairs. And today we are gonna smoke Project in the Shadows, blend number 2. Which is the second choice if the first choice didn't go well. Okay? I wanted to show you guys this cigar. This is what you guys are looking at. Look at that. Can you guys see this? Look at that. Does this look sexy or what? And this is a demo. This is a demo. Does this not look good to you guys? Look at that. Just don't look at Eric. He's overexposed. Oh man. So we're gonna. Mine doesn't even have a smell anymore. Oh, it does on the foot, but on the surface, it doesn't have a smell anymore.
It does. It still has smell for me. Dude, the gold draw is like musty raisin.
It smells like peppery, raisin, chocolate, a little bit mustiness. All right, here we go. All right, let's make some coffee. Smoke Odyssey coffee. Robusto. Okay. Oh, that pepper. Woo. All right, here it goes. All right, the draw is not bad. All right, there it goes.
This is the one that I couldn't taste.
Yeah, this is the one you could not taste. Let me light this up and then we can look through a roll call. Give me a second. Oh shit. Mine is burning like crazy when I light it up. All right. Whew. Spicy. Spicy. All right. Let's say hi to everybody. We have Ben. We have Javier. Ben and Javier fighting for the #1 spot. But apparently Ben is faster by like half a second. We have Val. JB. What's up? Tiki Bar. So Bob. We have Jeff. Hugo. Do. And Quake. And Mike. All right. Okay. What do you think? What do you think we should be telling our viewers right now? It's definitely not as salty as the day that I first tasted this. The first day I tasted this, it was much more salty. The saltiness definitely not as strong as the day I smoked this. You definitely have to retrohale for now because it's peppery on the palate. All I got was pepper right now because it's so peppery. And I am. It's spicy.
I like the retro hell, but I don't like the pellet.
I think the mustiness got stronger and that sweetness I first taste from day one is not there anymore.
So there's a sweetness on the retro hell.
Actually, no. It start to get back. All right. Smoke it in a little bit longer. You'll get it. You'll get it. Vanilla bean. Coming up. Still spicy though. Ooh. This is the part that's not my forte. Both the cigar, blend number 1 and blend number 2 are both spicy. They're very, very spicy.
I don't know, your vanilla bean you're talking about, it's like floral.
It's in the retro hill.
Yeah. It's kind
What's
of floral
vanilla
at the
bean?
same time though.
Take a smaller puff and then retro hill. But I can tell what you're talking about. There is a little bit more floral underneath that, and the pepper got stronger.
The retro hell is fine. The retro hell is fine, but it's very on the palate, it's like earthy. It's like
That
spicy.
earthy was there since day one. Ooh. That earthy was there for both blend since day one. It's the base of it. You are gonna get it, but it's. I'm waiting for all the other notes to catch up because I probably only got 50% of the note that I taste the day one. And this is, guys, you guys are watching this live, right? So this is how it is. When you blend it, you bring it over, shit's gonna happen. And you gotta see whether or not, like, you know, eventually get there or never gets there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You gotta see if it eventually gets there or never gets there. No, it's getting sweeter on the palate.
Because I know the other blend have more sweetness on the palate.
No, this one originally had more sweetness on the palate.
Really?
The other one is salty. And then turns sweet after you get the coffee and stuff. So this is the secondary blend. Javier. Secondary blend. They all look exactly the same. This is why I had to put a fake bend on this thing. Do you know what it is? It definitely got lighter in terms of the pellet. Because day one, that I can taste it right away. This one today took a little bit to get there. Yeah, you're not gonna get vanilla bean if you don't have that floralness, because vanilla is plant. It is kind of floral.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about now, right? It's like that.
It goes on and off. Sometimes floral, and it's like a white flower kind of thing.
Yeah.
Not like rose, like a wildflower. It's like a white flower, very light. Sometimes you get that sweetness to go with it. Now it's vanilla bean. Sometimes you don't. No, I do taste vanilla bean. Only if you took a large amount of puff, the floral is stronger. If you took a smaller puff, it's sweeter. Hey, Steve. Hey,
No,
Mark.
it is getting better.
It is getting better. When we smoked this the first time, like both blend, for me, the pungentness of the flavor is twice as much, if not more. It was immediate. We popped on it. First thing we say was, "Oh, it's salty. It's nice." This one, it seems like it's taking a little bit to get there. Well, while we're smoking this, what are you guys smoking? Are you guys smoking the Maduro, Habano? I want to know some of you guys' thought about that April Fool's joke. Were you guys excited that was a Habano? I mean, it was a Connecticut? Were you disappointed it wasn't a Candela from Canada?
I was disappointed.
No, it's getting, saltiness is coming back. You get a little bit here and there now. Was hoping the April's for a joke. And he was. Okay, all right. Oh, disappointed. Oh, Steve said he's disappointed. That wasn't a Connecticut. CA sucks. Canada. It's not a Connecticut. That was April Fool's joke. If you guys keep up, 2 videos. April Fool's Day, there was 1 video. April 2nd, there was another video.
I don't like the retro hell, man.
You don't?
It's like I know where you see vanilla is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, holy shit, it's potent.
Okay, let's ask the panel right now. How many of you actually like a floral cigar? How many of you like a earthy cigar? And how many of you actually don't want either of those, just want pepper burning your nose to death? And there's no wrong answer. I just want to see,
Yeah, there is no wrong answer, guys. Man, that floral is that bean thing that you're talking about. I know what you're saying. I see what you're saying on the retro hell only though. But that thing whoop ass, man.
But if you don't retro hell at all, take a puff and don't retro hell. It's very similar, but weaker, for sure, weaker. But the floral doesn't go through as much.
Yeah.
So Quick is obviously pepper. He's gotta love either or, because both of them is peppery as hell. Like you think 601 is a pepper bomb. This is like a pepper bomb. Yeah. Bomba.
It's like
floral.
a sweet vanilla floral kind of thing.
Right. And that's why I say this one is This one is totally on a different spectrum of the first blend. First blend,
Mm.
almost no floral, like almost zero.
But Tony already know I'm not a floral guy.
Yeah, I mean Eric hates floral. There was another another cigar that we tested was almost like an Avo floral,
Mhm.
and he hated it on the spot. He's like, "This is so floral." Palm, put it down on the ground. Oh, not on the ground, on the table. On the table. I agree with Johnny. It depends on the floral nuance. Perfume, sweet floral.
It's
No,
sweet.
it's not perfuming. It's sweet
Sweet.
floral. It's
It's
like
sweet.
it's like a white flower. It's like a vanilla.
Yeah, it's like a vanilla, sweet, floral kind of thing.
And I can tell you without knowing how much number one costs and number two costs. Number two costs less than number one. Just because there is one slight difference in the blend that actually costs quite a bit. And number one costs more than number two.
Like I could start tasting like coffee nuance, espresso nuance, but the thing is like once you retro hell,
You get the floor. Yeah.
you get the floral, it just fuck up with another flavor, in my opinion.
Well, vanilla coffee is fine. I mean, if you drink latte, you'll be fine. If you drink black coffee, you'll be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Light woodsy cool, cream is cool. Okay. Light on the earthy. The earthy is pretty much the base. Is you gotta get earthiness on every single tobacco, because they grow on earth. It's just how much, right? And obviously, the day that we tasted it wasn't that earthy. It's there. It's not. It's not that earthy. Because a lot of people also mix earthy or barnyard, because that's kind of a little bit earthy as well. It's getting better though. It's getting really good on the palate. So
No,
after the first stir, it changes. It changes right now.
it started changing already. I'm 1/4 way in. So
Well, I have a little bit more than, yeah, I have like it was about this much.
no, it's getting better.
No, you start to taste like how it was the day of. The first stir did not, like the first little bit, that few puff I took off, this much, did not taste like the way it was the day we got it. Keep in mind, Eric did not get to taste this one.
Yeah, this one I did not get to taste. So
This is why we brought some samples back for this one.
I'm not sad. I'm just very focused on the flavor right now.
Yeah, he was like that the whole day over there, all 3 days. He's like, if there was a face pack, press the number, like number one was like, number two is like, number three is like, so he'll be like, the whole time. Even the good ones, he's like,
Mm-hmm.
no, you cannot fuck with the rapper. That's like the first thing he said. You cannot fuck with the rapper. Once you choose your rapper, you have to decide.
Yeah, you determine on the wrapper. The wrapper is your key.
Because once you change the wrapper, it's a completely different cigar. And you mix what we had in the Connecticut, it's gonna overshadow the whole wrapper. You're not gonna taste anything.
You won't even taste the wrapper.
I mean, if you put this with Habano, sure. Ooh, what the hell is that? If you put this with Habano, it might work. But if you put it with the Connecticut, you're absolutely not gonna work. Because just think of it this way, right? Most Connecticut is on a complete opposite spectrum as a Maduro flavor. So if you put them together, you gotta, It's like trying to eat Chinese food while you're eating lasagna.
Yo, why do I have more of this one than the other one?
No, one of them has a big band. That's actually an H2.
Oh, okay. All right, all right.
No, right now the palate has a lot of flavor without retrohaling.
Everything that's come down to quite a bit. Woods start kicking in with a little creaminess, like espresso on the tail end.
This
try
is
to-
closer. This is closer than what I smoked that day.
Yeah.
Pepper died down just a tad. Still there. Still burn the shit out of my nose. That's
Retro
why you
Hell is
see-
getting more musty.
This is why you're not seeing me doing a lot of retrohale, because when I do, it burns my nose. I let it tingle. Continue.
Pepper calm down. Retro Hell get less floral. A little
the
more
mustiness
coffee
starts to ramp up.
nuance.
The woodiness starts to ramp up.
Yeah.
And it's like this, like sour, little bit salty bits of salt. Like it tastes like a bit of salt. It's just a dot of salt. Imagine that. You taste a dot or two of salt when you smoke this. And then, yeah, I still taste it, like right at the corner of my mouth right here. Taste the salt. And then you get the musty, almost sour kind of thing, acidic woodiness tone. And you get a little bit espresso. Do you taste the salt I was talking about?
Very little.
Yeah, it's like dots of salt. And it stays there. Like I can taste a little bit of salt just at the edge of my teeth. It's like somebody put a pinch of salt like that, put it on that a dot, and then smoked it like that. It's like that kind of salt. Not like the entire thing was salty. It's just dots of salt. It's just salty.
Now the floral is just a nuance. It's just like it's there, just to be there.
Yeah, but it's very that floral is very close to a vanilla floral. I'm being
Yeah,
very
yeah.
serious about that.
I mean, yeah, it is like a vanilla floral.
Like it's imagine you had it's black espresso triple shot with a little bit of vanilla bean cream on top. Salted vanilla bean, like Starbucks. Not sweet though. Not like the vanilla 3 squirts of freaking syrup.
You ever just drink like straight vanilla bean?
Yeah, because you can see this was the mistake I made when I first started cooking. Is that I didn't know there was vanilla flavoring versus vanilla extract.
Hmm.
Taste it, completely different. That's not what I want. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now it starts to get really good. What would not go well with Ecuadorian Connecticut? Pretty much everything. Ecuadorian Connecticut is still Connecticut. It's just growing in Ecuador. Okay, because growing in Connecticut is expensive. Does that make sense? And Connecticut itself doesn't have that much flavor. It's just woodsy and it's like a cedar wood. It doesn't go well because it doesn't have enough flavor. You're not gonna get that. So all you gotta taste is binder. So it has to do with whatever binder we use. And I can tell you this binder is floral. That's why. So all you gotta taste, it's a really floral cigar. But I have to say this didn't get weird flavor. You know what I was worried about is all of a sudden you taste it, now you get weird ass shit flavor. This is just not like it takes a little bit to get there. It wasn't like it was kind of separated, and until you get somewhere, that's what it tastes like to me. So I have a good hope for number one right now.
Number one might do very well, tell the truth. Number one might do very, very well.
There's definitely dark chocolate and espresso in our cigar. That's like the first thing we look for when we're blending it. Definitely need to have espresso. Definitely need to have dark chocolate. And definitely was looking for some mustiness and saltiness. And the sweetness was just a bonus. That's what we're looking for in the beginning. Now keep in mind, this is the first visit. We'll have to visit again in like another 2 weeks, which gets it to 30 days. I like that saltiness. I don't know if you don't taste it. I taste it. That little dots of saltiness. I like it. What's the size? 6x52. This is not 6x52, guys. This is a 5x52. Okay, because when we first rolled it, we don't need to roll that long because we just had to smoke like a chunk of it. So we didn't roll it that long. But keep in mind, if the gauge is the same, the blend is the same.
But our next sample will be a Toro, though.
Yeah. Our next batch of sample is gonna be Toro. So that we can get the full experience. But keep in mind, I like Robusto, so this is literally like a fat Robusto, so I'm okay with that.
That vanilla stay in your palate, though.
Yeah.
It stay like on the finish and everything. It's still going.
Now, in terms of strength, it's medium plus ultra dual pro max.
I didn't want to say anything, Tony.
I know. I we need to be honest about that, right?
Yeah.
I can smoke it, and I hate full strength cigar. I absolutely hate full strength cigar if there's no flavor to back it up. But I could smoke this, and I smoked 1.5 of this when I was testing it. So basically, I smoked a Churchill that day.
Basically, this thing will pass. This thing will pass.
So is there some strength? Yes. Gotta be very honest. There is some strength. But there is a flavor to back it up, and you're not even gonna feel that strength until later on.
It'll be one of those woozy doozer when you stand, you're like, whoa, fuck me.
No, it's not that bad. It's not that bad, okay? I smoked like a Churchill size before I had to. Oh, I need some air. And that was like, we both are smoking twos over there. Lewis said that he considered this a creeper. It slowly creeps on you, but if you take your time and don't puff it like a Connecticut, you'll be fine. Honestly, I don't think you would because there's so much flavor in the leaf. And when I say there's so much flavor, I say there's so much flavor. You don't need to retrohale if you don't want it to.
There's a lot going on.
It's as smooth as Eric and Tony's retros, his intros. Yeah. So we're smoking the number 2. Of course, if there's any questions that we can answer, love to answer for you. While you guys are here, I also want to tell you guys that Michael Hawklaw is going to be here on 24th to answer your questions. I would prefer to have those questions ahead so we can move ahead, you know, and not like any questions, right? So if you have a question for him, send it to me, email to me, comment to me, DM me, so that I have those lists of questions. I can just ask him why people are thinking their questions. But if you don't, then I just come up with a weird question like, what tree do you think you will be?
Does he like Oreo cookies or Oreos? I mean, Oreo cake or Oreo cookies?
Oreo cake is not Oreo.
It's Oreos, bro. What
No,
you
it's
talking?
not. It's just chocolate chip cake.
No,
Chocolate chip cream cake.
there's no chocolate. There's no chocolate chip in there, bro. What you talking about?
Chocolate cookie and cream.
So it's Oreo.
Yeah, it's called cookie and cream. The all long dong. What? Like right now, I think the most important question is whether or not the last third dies down. First third is peppery, so even though there's not a lot of flavor, the peppery kicks in, and a lot of people like that pepperiness. I'm okay with that. Did the last third die down? That's the question. Would the last third die down?
That's the scary part, man.
It's getting more and more espresso like.
Hmm?
It starts to have that little bit of that espresso bitterness. But once that bitterness comes, saltiness comes. So
I guess salty, sweet, that vanilla thing stay on the nostril. It's pleasant. It's pleasant.
I like that vanilla smell. It's really good. All right, according to everything else in the world, Fruit Loops are one flavor.
Just like those
okay.
chocolate M&Ms.
My wife wanted me to ask this. When you guys eat cereal, which one goes in the bowl first?
The cereal.
The cereal, right?
Yes.
I say the cereal. She said no. You put the milk in there first.
No, you want to drink the whole thing. You know what I mean?
You put the milk in first and then put the cereal.
She's an abomination, bro.
I was like, you always put the solids first before you put the liquid.
Because you want to drink it, right? You just want to make sure even coating. Oh, Odette, say hi, Tony.
Oh, hi, Odette.
She was like nice today. I was like, what the fuck? Because usually she say fuck Tony, you know?
Today is a good day. I'm telling you. Today is a good day. So cereal goes in first, right? Am I right or am I right?
It's crazy that she put the milk first, man. That's so like you. Then how do you gauge how much milk can you put in?
She said, no, you know exactly how much milk you put in because you put in milk first.
No, because then you put the cereal, then it just overflow.
No, she's like, that way you can control how much milk you're drinking. And that's like, couldn't you just measure your milk and put it in afterward? Is she a serial killer? So how many do we have? Like a count, right? We have M says cereal first. Javier obviously thinks cereal goes first. Eric thinks cereal goes first. Steve thinks cereal goes first. I mean, obviously based on Johnny's comment, cereal goes first. Mike says cereal goes first, right? So yeah, cereal goes first.
Always, man. That's crazy.
JB cereal first, Quick cereal first. There we go, cereal first. Who's the one that came up with the and she tried to convince me. She's like, when you're cooking pasta, you gotta put the sauce first. I said, no, you put the pasta first, and then sauce makes it into the pasta. You always put the solids first, right? Everything, like that's solid sits in the bottom, so you always put the solids first.
Yeah, like you know when you take eat spaghetti, you take the spaghetti, then the sauce.
Right.
Right?
You need to know how much you're eating. You're eating cereal. You're not eating milk. You're eating cereal. Milk is secondary. Does she put ketchup on hot dogs too? Yeah, she does.
Hey, I do.
I put ketchup on hot dog as well.
Hey, Johnny,
And
you can't,
mustard.
you don't mess with that, man. I love my ketchup. Tony knows.
What's wrong with ketchup on hot dogs?
It's for bitches. Supposed to have only mustard.
I will eat it with mustard too, but if there's ketchup, I'll put some ketchup. Doesn't have to
put
be a
ketchup.
lot.
Yeah, I put ketchup, mustard, onion, chili. I put anything that I can put on a hot dog.
Yeah, and you need some like radish
mayo.
and all that stuff.
And relish, all of that. Cheese.
Mustard and ketchup on both hot dogs. Yeah, it should be both. If you're a smart man, you'll say everyone agree with you, honey, milk first. Nope, nope. In fact, I'm gonna tell her right now. Hey,
Oh,
ask the question. Everybody says cereal first. You're abomination. You are crazy. That's just crazy talk to have milk.
You
first.
are a serial killer.
They say you're a serial killer. How dare you drown the cereal like that? You know, you literally put out water and just put the cereal there to die. There you go. Let's see what she said.
So you're gonna go on the live and start.
She's busy playing Uno right now, so I don't know. I don't think she's gonna respawn. Bacon wrapped dogs.
Yeah, that's good too. I like corn dog too. So
She said they float. They don't drown. And panda blowing fire.
oh, okay.
You know, human floats too, but they do drown. It has to be pickle onion. Cannot just be raw onion. Pickle onion.
The raw onion is fine too.
Pickle onion adds a little bit of flavor to it.
I like real onion too. I like all the onions, to tell the truth.
It has to be red onion.
Yo, I taste no different.
Okay, she said, psh. That's what she said. Psh. But I think that's settled. For those people that's watching this, cereal always goes first.
Well, we that's serious, boss. How to start eating cereal. We should take more serious note of lighting our cigar and cutting it, right?
She have like the weirdest excuse. You know, does everybody know why cereal was created? Yes. Yes.
No, I don't.
No. All right. Cereal was created. This educational. Don't get me for this. Cereal was originally created to reduce youth from masturbating.
What the fuck
Yep.
are you talking about?
Yep.
What are you talking about, bro?
You don't believe it? Google it. Cereal was originally designed to keep the youth from masturbating. Mike know what I'm talking about. That's the truth. So she's like, you know, this is why you put the milk first. You put the milk first, you put a cereal on top. Okay? You wait for that to soak. You go masturbate and come back and eat the cereal. You're not gonna want to masturbate after that. Cereal prevented masturbation. That's what she said, literally.
What the? You're gonna have soggy cereal. That's disgusting.
But it works. Just put it out there. It might not sound so good, but that's what she said. This is
Who-
the kind
who
of
is she?
conversation we have.
Who is she?
My wife.
Oh,
Then why do Cheerios has holes? Because he tried to remind you after this, you'll feel very empty inside. Because they float better? Choking hazard. It has holes, so if you choke, you'll be able to breathe. How about that? How about that? Choking hazard. No? Doesn't work? No?
no. Because other cereals don't have holes.
No, keep
so-
in mind, that thing was only referred to the Frosty Flakes, not the one. And why was apple pie invented? Somebody want to eat an apple and somebody want to eat pie, and all they have was apple and pie, and they had an apple pie.
You sound like that guy. I got a pen. I got an apple pen.
Pin pineapple, apple pen. I got a cutter. I got a cigar. Cut it cigar. I'm not convinced on the chicken choking deterrent. Chicken choking deterrent? I don't know.
My cigar's still wet. Or is yours still wet?
Mine's relatively dry. It's got a little wet, but it's still it's relatively dry. Maybe this is somewhere. Now this is the time we're gonna plug his ass. Now, this is I would say it's probably 72, 73%. It flexes.
Nah, I think it's more than that.
No, it's definitely not more than that because I'm not getting water when I'm blowing on it. Cornflakes, yeah. Stroke City. So did you guys get the Davidoff Maduro yet? Yes, I ordered some. I did. Not
You
to
did?
mention, my Davidoff guy literally sent me a whole thing. Sent me a whole write-up about that cigar. I'm not kidding. He sent me a whole write-up. A whole write-up. Look at this. Look how much he rolled.
What's that?
Look
What
how
size
much
do
he
you
rolled.
get?
Toro, I think.
You got the box or how many?
No, I got 5-pack.
Okay, cool.
Look how much he rolled. If you guys want to, I will read the part to you guys, okay? The Davidoff limited release Maduro will be available this Thursday, so tomorrow. It will be available in 3 size format: a short Corona, a Robusto, and a Toro. I might have got a Robusto. I don't know. I don't remember.
Or I'm gonna buy a few. So
Okay. All right. It's a very creamy and rich blend with pronounced sweetness and a note of dark chocolate and subtle spice. Davidoff turned on the flavor on this blend. The new Davidoff Maduro is wrapped in dark Ecuadorian wrapper. It is picked from quartet number 7, the highest grade of the tobacco plant used by Davidoff. Only 2 leaves per plant are quartet 7. And that can become a Maduro wrapper. 2 leaves from 1 plant. Isn't that just Lejero?
yeah.
The leaf then go through a 16-month fermentation, and finally aged for 2 years, which just means they waited 2 years.
Yeah.
This all adds up to a rich and nuanced cigar. The tasty note: first stir, you'll get dark chocolate, dried fruit, and nuts. Second stir, you get honey cream, and oak wood. And final stir, you get roasted nuts, earth, and white pepper.
Okay. I don't know. I still thinking about buying the box.
And the ring gauge,
It's 54.
short Corona is 4x43. Okay. Robusto is 5x50, and the Toro is 6x54.
Yeah, buddy. That's my baby. That's my size.
That cigar is expensive. Yeah, I bought it before. It's not the first time they had this. They had it before. I sent a really tiny one over to Eric.
Yeah. I think you give me the Corona.
Mm.
Or is it right?
Mm.
Corona or I think it's Corona.
A box is about $1,000. 1,000 and change.
Yeah, it's like 1,080 or something like that.
It's a box of 20, right? Yeah, it's a box of 20.
No. Is it?
Yeah.
I swear to God, it's box of 10.
No. It's a box of 20. Because one cigar is about $40-something.
Okay. So a box of 20?
Yeah.
I might buy. Oh, man.
You think it will be worth it? That depends. I smoked it. It didn't drive me that, like, I need to keep my last one because if I don't have any more than Eric smoking, I'm going to feel sad. No, that didn't happen.
What? You should feel sad if I smoke your last one anyway.
Hmm?
You shouldn't feel like that if I smoke your last one anyway, asshole.
No, like the Macau edition, I'm like, I'm not giving you my last one. You know what I'm saying? So right now it's about 47 minutes in. I'm almost done with this one. So I'm smoking relatively fast. That tells you how much strength this cigar really have. It's not killing me, but I can feel a strength.
I'm getting more saltiness.
Right?
I told you, I think mine's still a little wet, dude.
Mine's dry. Your humidor is probably wet. That's why.
Mm-mm. All of my other cigars very dry.
I put it in 40s.
Oh, you put it in 40s?
Yeah. I need to dry out. I need to smoke it.
I left this out for like, I put it in my humidor for one day, then I took it out and left it out until now.
Yeah, because your humidor raised back up to 70.
My humidor? No, it's not 70. It's not 70.
65?
No, it's at 54.
Oh, it should be okay. It should be dry.
But then I took it out my humidor and I leave it in a dry box.
You know when you smoke like a wet cigar, you get bubble here. Sometimes you get bubbles. I don't
Yeah,
get
yeah, I
that.
don't know.
I'm not getting that. So
Yeah, I don't have that.
it's relatively dry. That espresso is so potent.
Oh yeah, espresso is there. No question asked.
Yeah, this espresso is so potent. Like you can taste that espresso, like as if you're drinking an espresso. Because it's also got that once that flavor goes off, it gives you that little bit of that espresso bitterness.
Johnny, I think you are looking at the wrong one because 1550? No.
Davidoff Maduro 1550? No, it was never that cheap. I remember buying it. It was expensive.
Yes, my humidor is at 54 or the highest it goes is 60.
My humidor right now is at 60.
You have a question now, don't you? He's like, whoa.
You need to go watch our member video. We talk about member podcast. We talk about this. You're trying to burn a leaf. All right. You want to have as low humidity as possible. The only reason you want to keep some humidity is so that it doesn't crack. 50s is not gonna crack. Okay.
Damn, Johnny. I don't want the Corona though. I want the Toro. So the Toro, if it's like the Corona is 1550, the Toro about like $20.
No, I mean I think he's looking at the leftover of the previous batch.
Even then, right?
I don't know. If it's 1550, you should grab them. You should grab them all.
You grab them all.
Yeah. Well, 1590, you should grab them all. What size though?
Corona.
Oh yeah, for the Corona. Corona is tiny though, just so you know. Corona is tiny.
Mm-hmm.
It's 4x43. 4x43.
I don't know which one you gave me. I'm about to go grab it.
This is how long it is.
Why do you have a beef jerky?
The other night you were eating it. I took down one and I forgot to eat it.
Oh.
All right. This is how long a 4-inch cigar is. Okay, it's very, very short. I thought they store better around 68, 70. Okay, 68. Keep in mind, okay, this is not a myth. Okay, whatever. Originally, when they came out with 70, is because 70 and 72 was the only thing that they can measure without a measuring device. Right? You can calibrate your thing by putting a little bit of salt, and you know it's about 70. Okay, so that was the only way they have measurement for. But you really don't want that much moisture because 70 they can still mold. 68 is still mold. 65 can still mold. In fact, 50 they can still mold if they try.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it's better to have a little bit more drier because a lot of people actually keep it dry, take it out and put it in a dry box and smoke it because drier is easier to burn. Right? That's like common sense, right? If it's dry, something's drier, they burn better. So you want dry. You don't want to smoke the steam. The steam skews the flavor of the cigar.
Yeah. You rather have more dry than the wet cigar for that way.
Okay. And the reason why you put it so high is people, okay, for the stores, they go 70 because people open that humidor all day long. So once they open it, it drops 68, 65, and then close it goes at 70 again, drops. So they wanted to keep it high so that when you open and close your humidor, all that moisture doesn't take that much to come back. And also you have to calculate how much cigars in there.
Yeah.
How much cigars there, right? If you only have 10 cigars at 70, that's wet.
That's
right.
And I have hundreds and thousands of it in my humidor, and it stay at like 54 and 60, no more than that. Fucking Johnny.
Oh yeah, that's not it.
No, that's not it, bro. I'm gonna say, yo, you find it for like 15 bucks, I'll buy all of it, man.
Start to get a little bit creamy, but that makes the espresso so strong.
The floriness has gone away.
Yeah, and like I say, it's more and more of that salty
barnyard espresso, salt, and a little wood, and a little bit cream.
And now on the retro, it's more chocolatey.
It's more, yeah. Okay, now see, now the final third.
Final third, last a little bit. If this is good, then we pretty much have the second blend okay. But the first blend is still to be tested this Saturday. So the Davidoff Maduro actually had a band that says Maduro on it.
Yeah, it said Davidoff Maduro, and that's it.
Shit, I grabbed the CAO BX3 instead.
The BX3 tastes like piss to me. Oh, no. It doesn't taste, my bad. It doesn't taste like piss. It smells like piss, like dry piss.
It has a little bit of ammonia smell to it. Then 5-pack, 270.
Yeah. Oh, Johnny, you actually found it, huh?
No, that's Javier. Found it. 5-pack.
Oh, Javier find it. Oh, okay. I thought Johnny's still fucking in search.
I feel bad for the BX3 because that cigar wasn't generating a lot of money, but they had to deal with the lawsuit with Opus X. That's a pretty bad. My bad, Roger. It doesn't taste like piss. It just smells like piss. Sometimes it does nuance of piss here and there. What do you mean they both have Maduro band? But the other one just say Maduro. It does no other band.
The Nicaraguan Maduro. I said Nicaraguan, then Maduro.
No, I think you just said Nicaraguan. No.
That's it. Yeah. To be honest, yes. It's only said Nicaraguan. There is no Nicaraguan Maduro.
I don't remember the first time I bought those Maduros.
Let me go grab it. God damn it.
It's dry. It's dry. Okay. But you guys are excited about that one? Like, you know, for the price, I just grab a few so I can review it for you guys. The Cigarello one is totally different. The Cigarello one is like Maduro, but it's like fermented. I remember when I bought the original, it was just as expensive. And I think it was so expensive that I ended up buying the Corona because the Corona was cheaper. So it really depends. I mean, keep in mind I bought them from Davidoff. That one. I always say it's Maduro. That's it. Nothing else.
Yeah, there's nothing to it. And this is the Corona. This is a small fucking thing.
Sorry, send a separate message as one time. Hi is for Texas. Info is for John. Okay.
That's it.
Yo, the fermented one was the Maduro Cigarellos. Now I remember.
Yeah.
I also remember. I think the fermented one was a metal box.
It is a metal box.
Oh, okay, so yeah, that is it. That espresso is strong. If you like espresso, number 2 is for you. All I taste is espresso right now, and some sweetness and some saltiness and a little bit barnyard at the end. Espresso all the way. And sweetness. I still get a little bit of sweetness, but that sweetness is overpowered by espresso any day.
I get barnyard. Nice sweet espresso barnyard.
Right? This one is definitely sweeter than the first blend.
So this is on hold.
Well, it's not supposed to be released until tomorrow.
No, I see some place for sale already.
Pre-sale, yeah. It just got on Cigar King today, I think, or yesterday. Today or yesterday. Can't remember.
I can't wait to smoke it though. Oh, that thing looks sexy.
Ooh, it's a lot of flavor. You don't have to retrohale this. You don't have to retrohale this. Didn't you say Rambo 2 was more? Because I like it more sweet. I like it more sweet. The first one has more pungentness and more pepper. Okay, the first one has more pungentness and more pepper. The second one has a little bit more sweetness. But if you don't like floral,
yeah, that floral, it could be a big turnoff.
Or a big sell.
That too. So true. But you don't see people go out there and say, "Hey, I love fucking elbows."
They buy elbows, so they do. I like the flavor on this. And but then I think overall people who is smoking Maduro is looking for more of the first one than this one. because this one is almost like a dessert cigar. But that strength is not a dessert cigar strength.
I feel it. I feel it.
You will feel it. You will feel some strength on this one. You will feel some strength on this one. Not as bad as the Lux.
No, it's not like crazy strength.
Yeah, if
but
you can smoke Lux, you can smoke this. If you can smoke Andalusian Bowl, you can smoke this. If you can smoke Alma Forte, you can smoke this. If you can smoke BX3, you can smoke this.
BX3 is nothing. What are you talking about?
BX3 to me was strong. So, if you
What?
can smoke Kryptonite, you can smoke this. But this tastes way better than Kryptonite. So,
What is it?
Kryptonite.
What is that?
Where did I put that? Is it this one? Huh? Is it this one? Sorry, I don't remember how Kryptonite looks like now. Now that I'm questioning myself. I think this is Kryptonite.
No, that's the fucking anniversary, bro. The anniversary.
Yeah, but like the way they call it for best cigar prices, because this particular one is for best cigar price, they call it Kryptonite.
No.
I think there was one called Kryptonite, and it was really strong from CAO.
That one's really the one you just showed me is a really bad cigar though.
Where did I put the Kryptonite? I bought one because it's called Kryptonite. Anyway, that one's strong. I think that's the one. I might have smoked it. That's how I know it's strong.
The one that you just showed me have a Cameroon wrapper for them and it's everything, but it's that cigar. It's trash.
It's just strong. I remember it was just strong. There was nothing.
It wasn't even strong. It just
Doesn't
really...
the Maduro 2008 have different blend and then really? I don't know. I don't know. I honestly, I can tell you, I don't know. But wouldn't that kind of defeat the point? You gotta name a cigar the same thing but different. Like, you know how you like Davidoff, Maduro. Which one are you talking about? You know, you don't do that kind of thing, do you?
I think it's the same blend.
I can't tell. I don't know. I didn't buy a lot of those. Did the flavor die for you or
Slowly.
slowly? A little bit.
Yeah. It's calmed down quite a bit.
Still there though. It's lighter. It has a lot of smoke output. I'm just smoking slow, so you're not gonna see a lot of smoke from me. But if you look at Eric,
Yeah, it's
that
smoke
thing's
off
like a
everything.
freaking chimney.
It's just stupid.
Yeah, it's very oily of leaf that we're using.
Yeah, the thing is like we put that in mind too. We need plume of smoke. Like we put that in mind.
And keep in mind, I have a fan going on. I don't know if you guys can see. I have a fan blowing. And it's harder to see with this one, but like I can show you. I have a fan going. You can see the flames going one direction.
Yeah, like you see, like my smoke output is nuts.
Yeah, Eric looks like burning out. Eric don't. He only have a vent. He doesn't really have a fan going.
I have a fan too, with the filter. Okay.
No, you
I
have
bought
air
one just
purifier.
because of your ass. All right.
You have air purifier.
What's the fan?
I have one fan, two fan. Oh shit! No, don't move. One
You
fan,
let me turn off
two
my
fan,
shit.
and a vent going out there, exhaust going out there, and one of the heater running. We're hailing outside right now.
Just give up, Tony. My smoke output is nuts.
No, I have the same smoke output. I'm just not zoomed in like you do. Like right here. But zoom in like you do, yeah. And look at this smoke output, right? Senior Luis Cueva inhaled this whole thing in there and waited like, good 10, 15 seconds before he started to exhale.
Yeah. Just imagine.
And he just looked like this. He's just like, that's a good cigar. What? This cigar is good. This is a fucking good cigar.
Yeah, right now it's very danky with espresso. I like it.
Last stir, you require a little bit of that retro hill to really bring out that leftover flavor.
Yep.
But yeah, internal strength, I can smoke it, so this is why I'm okay with it. If it's to a strength that I cannot smoke at all, I would have said no. And here's the thing, though, right? All the cigar that you smoke year to year is all tweaked.
Everything's tweaked. The one you bought last year and the one you bought this year is not the same tweak.
They had to tweak it because every year the blend, the crop is different. All right, Johnny. Talk to you later, man.
All right, Johnny. Stay away from the cereal.
In the effort to not have to eat cereal.
Johnny have a girlfriend? Damn, man. No wonder why he stay up to like 6 in the morning.
If you had a wife, you'll be like 9 o'clock, gotta go to bed.
To be honest, he's like one. He's not Asian, but he don't sleep either, boy.
Yeah. Right now it's 3:65, 22 seconds, and whatever.
Yeah,
I'm smoking
like
this.
he's one of those that I don't see him sleep. Tell the truth.
Yeah, I catch his video because he always upload like middle of the night.
Yeah. Like every time he smoke, imagine like he told you like around 3, 4 a.m. He smoked to like 5, 6 a.m. And then sometime he do a double, so he never sleep. He just doesn't sleep.
So yeah, questions about this cigar, bring it on. So long as you're not asking about the blend, we can answer it.
Oh, girlfriends.
Girlfriend.
Oh, but the S, boy, you better be careful.
I don't know if you guys can see how oily this thing is. This thing is very oily. And it hasn't even sit for 30 days, which we're supposed to. We're supposed to try it in a week, in a month, and 90 days. It's almost close to Oscuro, if you think about that.
Yeah, so this is their Skiro. This is ours.
It's very close, like a shade off.
Yeah, it's like one shade off, yes. I don't know why I have a Skiro next to me, but shit, I don't want to
why
smoke
do you
that.
have Oscuro right next to you? What isn't in the blend? What isn't in the blend? What isn't in the blend? Connecticut and Candela is not in the blend.
Yes.
Peruvian is not in the blend. Brazilian Matafina is not in the blend.
Mexico is not in the blend. Oh, I lie.
Mexico is in the blend.
It's in the blend.
Should I have my notebook here?
I got it right there. I should grab it.
Yeah, we wrote down the blend just in case we forgot.
I don't think I could ever forget fucking this blend. What are you talking about, bro? Okay.
Well, other stuff is not in the blend. Honduras is not in the blend.
Yeah, it's not in the blend.
Is it a Puro? It's not.
It's not a Puro.
The blend is proprietary. It's actually a blend. It's actually a blend. It's not a Puro. Puro will not give us the flavor that we want. All right. So it's not a Puro. It has a blend. So the filler is a blend. All right. There is multiple different stuff in the filler.
Yeah, multiple.
Multiple different stuff in the filler. Multiple different stuff in the same family. And that's probably as far as we can go for that one. As far as we can go. Can ash color suggest anything? Yes, the ash color suggests whether or not tobacco is good. And whether or not tobacco is wet.
I would say wet.
Name the countries of region.
Well, isn't that like a naming the blend?
Yeah, isn't that naming the blend?
No, Quake, there's no tobacco.
Yeah, I cannot name the country origin. I can tell you where it's produced. It's produced. This cigar is produced in a factory in Dominican. It's got a good quality that wouldn't make you think of it, though. No sewer water. Might have water that make you have stomach ache, but no sewer water. No sewer water. Binder and wrapper from the same country.
No.
No. I think they're all different countries.
Yes.
They're all different countries. Yeah.
They're all different countries. Binder, filler, wrapper, all different countries.
Oh, this one I can answer. No Cubans in there. But is there Chinese tobaccos? Can't answer that. Just no Cuban. Yes, FDA, you heard it. Okay, no Cuban. Don't try to saw open our case. Okay, just leave it there. No Spanish tobacco either. There you go. Another country for you guys.
You mean Spain?
Cameroon. Nope. Nope.
No.
Nope.
Because we ain't flying to Africa, boys. We ain't doing that.
Definitely no Burmese. If we use Burmese, we can never produce something similar to this again. We don't have enough tobacco. It's I think the amount he have only makes what 1,000 cigars or something like that is not enough.
I think less.
Yeah, he said there's not enough to do anything with it. But that Burmese tobacco did exist. Right? The Burmese tobacco did exist. It's an actual story where a company wasn't able to import their cigars, so they left the tobacco there. True story.
So the final third so far, it remind me of number one.
But lighter. Sumatra and Cameroon are technically the same thing.
Hey man, don't blow their mind.
Like, okay, like we told you guys the first time, there is few companies that pop up in our conversation. All right? You can grab your hints however you want, but that conversation have the following companies. We have A. Fuente. We have Davidoff. We have La Aurora. We have Gurkha. Wait, there's one more.
Placencia.
And Placencia in our conversation. And Gurkha does not have a farm. So you can probably guess what kind of tobacco is in here. GTO, no. See,
No.
GTO use city water, you know.
Okay, the final third. I'm digging final third. It didn't die completely.
It didn't
At
die
all.
completely, yeah. Dr. Oscar, this is Dr. Wayne right here.
You can call me Dr. Alpha.
You can call him Dr. Pepper. Yeah. And really, we want you to focus on the flavor, not whatever that's in here. So that is not correct. So have fun with that.
What's not correct?
M.
Sunset Rabbit, Dominican binder, mixed filler. What the fuck is mixed filler?
We don't use
chopped
mixed filler.
up mixed filler. That's what we think of when we say call mixed filler.
Short fillers, yeah.
Like, yeah, that's what it is.
When you say mixed filler, it means that some of them are long leaf and some of them are shortcut leftovers. That's mixed filler.
Yeah. So you shouldn't call like a blend mixed filler because that's like leftover tobacco. Just like you know, Em.
Cigar is good, man. Definitely not as good as day one, though.
Oh, he meant okay.
It means mixture of stuff. Okay, I
Yeah.
can tell you the entire cigar is a mixture. It's a mud.
It's like Tony, basically.
Yeah, it's like me. I'm a mud. This cigar is a mud, but best of all the world.
Only the finest short filler.
From the great clean ground of a factory.
It's from a sweep from a golden floor.
You call that golden floor? I call that yellow floor. It still have a little bit of steam in there. It burns my tongue a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little wet. It's still a little wet.
It's still a little wet inside. Not outside, inside.
Not outside. Outside is dry. Inside is a little wet. So we just gotta wait, Toby.
We'll have another 2 weeks. But we will smoke the first blend on Saturday.
Yeah.
How old is
I
the
am
wrapper?
very. I'm looking forward to that blend because from what this is, and you liked it, to me it was okay. Just the floral vanilla thing, it's kind of rough. But I know number one doesn't have that.
Yeah, number
and-
one does not have that.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that one.
we use a specific binder for this one to generate that flavor, to tone down everything else for this one. Yeah, King's Skull is definitely way better. King's Skull is good.
The fuck is King Tooth?
King's
What is
Tooth is that the other cigar.
I have no idea.
They
which
have a
one it
King's
is.
Tooth and a King's Skull.
Oh, I didn't know there was a King Tooth.
Well, King's Tooth is basically leftovers.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not bad.
So if anybody is worried about the strength, just look at me. I'm smoking this. I'm like, oh!
Because ain't no Toro, boy.
If you see me smoking a Lennox, I'll be like, can we not finish?
Yeah, Tony smoked a Lennox. He's like, damn.
Yeah, when I smoked the Lennox, I was like, do I have to finish this? Hey, Felipe. So yeah, you can see me. I knobbed this Laster, and that's one of the things we worry about. We don't want to make a cigar where the Laster dies completely.
Yeah, we worry about that a lot because we complain about that a lot.
Yeah, we try to do everything that we don't complain about, and everything we complain about, we try not to do. If that makes sense. Like we're so picky, right? We go over there. Like if you listen to our podcast, we're listing out everything that we don't want, which is the wrong way to blend. We should blend for everything we want. But we were over there sitting down. First thing was, these are the things that we don't want. These are the things that we don't want, and that was the wrong way to blend. When you blend a cigar, you got to go there with everything that you want. And then you go find all the tobacco that has that characteristic and try to blend it. And then find your way to tweak it so that you don't get the stuff that you don't want and keep the stuff that you want. So what you want was more important than what you don't want. Because at times, the things that you don't want might not be so pungent that bothers you.
Now I'm getting like a floral nuttiness with espresso, which is very, to me, is upsetting. I'm sorry, Tony. I can't do floral, man. I can't. Fucking shit.
That floral do it for me. I like it a little bit floral. That vanilla, I love it. So, but that's me. That's me. So the number 2 flavor still chose Laster. Maybe slight dip, but still good. Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
If you think about Laster, some of the stuff dropped off. Like for example, the abundant amount of floral and vanilla that died at the end. But our main focus was on the espresso and chocolate flavor on this particular cigar. So that that's still there. I may have missed it, but did you guys all record the process going to factory? Yes, we did. Right now, it's only for the members, for people who subscribe to the channel, as paid subscribers. Those people get to watch it first, and later on, when the cigar is released, everything will be released to everybody. I like my underground more. Yeah, I smoked this all the way to the bottom. So, and if the flavor died, I would have kept going. I hate it when the cigar last there was nothing. Hey Keith.
What up, Keith?
Even that little drop, like this cigar, one of our focus is that you gotta be able to smoke it without retrohaling and still taste a lot of notes. And I think this still does it, even after it's set.
Oh no, this one just still does that. Yes.
Okay.
But God,
So even if you don't retrohale, you can smoke the cigar and still enjoy it. But yeah, don't focus on the blend, because the blend really doesn't do you any good. Focus on the flavor, because even if I tell you the blend, you are gonna say, "Oh, it tastes nothing like those." or something like that. Like you wouldn't think this is what it is. Yeah. You quit the cigar, but not the cigar quit. The cigar will not quit on you. This thing is all the way to the end. I'm still puffing on it because I want to see when it dies. I still taste that nice sweet coffee vanilla espresso. Now, okay. Last stir, the pepper is not as pungent.
No, it's not. The pepper have died down since the first stir. It's still there, but it doesn't rip your nostril.
Okay. I like it. So right now we're at hour 26. Hour 26 for Robusto. So expect to be able to smoke a Toro about hour 40.
30 or more. Yeah, I would say almost 2 hours.
Almost 2 hours. This is a long, nice burning cigar because it gives you so much smoke that you don't need a big puff. And look, I'm smoking faster than he does. In terms of strain tolerance, Eric has a way higher strain tolerance than I do.
Yeah.
And I'm smoking faster than he did. And one of the things I worry about is how much strain it is. My strain tolerance is very low. It's medium plus at most. And
sometimes I get plus for him. He complaining.
Yeah, I'll complain if it's too strong. And I'll definitely complain if it's too strong and there's no flavor to back it up. Right? Because you're smoking nothing. You're smoking strain. And that's the thing I don't like. And that's the thing that we try to focus. That's not it. But I wasn't joking about this thing is, medium plus, ultra, max, dual, pro.
Whatever. You want to mix all of that.
Definitely smokable. Even if you are a beginner, you just have to take time. So if I smoke it for hour 30 right now, about hour 30, hour 28, hour something, you probably had to do 1 hour 45 or something like that. You'll be able to enjoy the cigar all the way to the end. Put on the band. I can't. I don't have enough left to put on the band. Right? Print out of a band. I had a print out of the band where he think was stupid, but I need to know how big the band is compared to the cigar size. So
I did tell it was stupid looking.
But like, I might use the second band as the bottom band.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, man.
But if I do, the first band will be tiny.
Oh my god, dude, it's not tiny. It's not tiny. But I do know what you're saying, though. It's
like
because
we don't have the second band.
The second band.
As a comparison. Well, to me, that's tiny. Put that on the band. He said, "What? We should put medium plus, ultra, max plus on the band."
Slight ammonia right now? No, there's no ammonia taste.
There's no ammonia here. All right. Somebody asked how old the tobacco is. I can tell you that's at least 2 years. At least 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
The youngest tobacco in there is probably 2 years.
I'm done. Good to go.
It's kind of weird to have this dip.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was like,
I had to raise it up again.
Yeah. The dip is not gonna work.
So yeah. I will say the second one is still success. He have like basically a section, like the second third he does not like. and then the rest is okay. I mean, not even second, third. I would say the quarter of the way to middle of second, third. That's where the
Yeah.
Macallan is most pungent, and
That's
then
what-
it dies out after that. So
But then keep in mind, I'm not a floral guy, so
he does not like any floral. So even Avo bothers him. A regular Avo has too much floral for him.
yeah. Like I refuse to smoke avos.
Right? So keep that in mind. If you smoke an Avo, you're okay with the floral. This might be okay for you. But because I know he doesn't like floral, this wasn't a number one choice for that reason. Because for me, that's dessert. It's vanilla, it's sweet, it's espresso, it's cocoa. It has some pepper. It takes it produces a lot of smoke. It has a little bit dots of saltiness. Nearly the entire thing was more salt. It's more unified saltiness than dots of saltiness. With like mustiness, with like a little bit woodsiness. It's all in there.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely don't have a lot of cedar. If you like cedar, it's not in there.
Yeah, it's not in there.
Yeah. So if you like a cigar that's full of cedar, like a Dominican Puro, that's not in there. Like a Connecticut, no, it's not in there. There is a little bit of nuttiness in this one. I think that's a result of a stale ending of a floral note.
Yeah, I would say that. Yes,
So that's not really a nuttiness. It's just kind of like a nut.
it was there. It was there when I said there was a little nuttiness to it.
And that's pretty much the whole profile of that cigar. That's the profile of that cigar. Natural sweetness, yes. We didn't dip in anything. That I can tell you for sure. We didn't wipe oil on it, even though that was in the conversation. You can if you want. I'm like, we're definitely not doing that. All right. Because that was in the conversation. It's like it's commonly accepted in the industry. You can do it if you want. We're like, no, this thing's already oiled enough. We didn't want to do that. All right. Sweet cap, definitely not a no. We don't like this anything that's added. We don't want to add flavor to something that's really, really good already. So that's not done as well. What other weird stuff that they mentioned the industry does we don't want to do.
There's no artificial aroma.
There's no artificial aroma. There's definitely no Kentucky Fried Cure.
Yeah.
Kentucky Fire Cure. What the fuck? Kentucky Fried Cure. Kentucky Fire Cure is not in there. Even though they do have the tobacco, we choose not to use it. I don't like that barbecue wood taste at all. Yeah, and obviously the blend is quite unique in the way we use it. The conversation did say the industry tend to tell you something wise. We can say whatever we want, but we choose just not say it. Okay. The industry does have tendency of like, just tell you something similar. Like, when you go in and eat like salmon, it's not always salmon. It's something that looks like salmon. Right?
Yeah.
And cigar, you can do that too. But we choose not to do that. We choose rather just like, if we want to keep our blend unique and interesting to you guys, the best way is not to tell you guys, because that doesn't do any good for you guys. Smoke a cigar as a cigar. I like sweet like honey bun and cheese. No, not moist cheese either. No. All right. What else did that come out in the conversation that we say we're definitely not doing? I can tell you for sure exactly the word we sit down and say lying is not an option.
Yeah.
I literally say that lying is not an option. So we will do exactly what we need to do, and we're not gonna lie about it. And obviously, some people say, "You're not telling us the same as lying." No, it's not. No, it's not. We try to be as truthful to you guys as possible. Everything is pretty much transparent. You guys saw how it's done, where it was made, the process. Only thing we didn't tell you was a blend. And in fact, I think telling you the blend will scare you away from the cigar. Because highlight, I was scared of this cigar before I smoked it.
I wasn't scared, but
Well, you can tolerate more. But when after I smoked it, I was like, wait a second. I can smoke this. And then that's where they keep going. And I can tell you the first version, our primary blend is punchier. All the flavor is more punchier. Okay.
Everything is punchier. Everything is ramped.
Is there sweetness? Yes. I'm telling you based on the first impression of that blend, okay? The first blend was punchier, has the same flavor minus the floral. But still have sweetness. Still have all that stuff. Free samples to tentative buyer, feedback from the folks that loves you guys. We were recommended not to do that. Because I don't have a sample that's the same as a final product.
Yeah, that's the problem.
It burns your tongue, it's too wet, whatever, all the problems. Right? It's not the final product because after you did the final product, before they finished packing it, they had to age it. They had to let it sit. They had to let it dry. And all that stuff will be a secondary thing. And if I give you guys the sample, you're not gonna like it.
But like even today, we let it sit. It still has some steam in it.
Who provided the majority of the tobacco? 100% of the tobacco is provided to us by Las Lavas Cigar Factory. Well, can I say that? Yeah, kind of. We made our cigar in Las Lavas, so technically they help us source it. So they provided.
Yeah, so they basically provided all of our tobacco. Yes.
Yeah. So if that's, would that answer your question? Well, we made it there, so they sourced it for us. So, but Las Lavas does not make tobacco. Just so you guys know. All right, Las Lavas does not have a farm. They started out as a farmer. I think that's the thing that we always had a misconception, thinking that they have their own tobacco, because they started off as farmers that grows tobacco. And after the whole Cuban thing happened, they lost their farm, and now they just make cigars. It's like the first video, you talk all the tobacco and what the flavor they should give you, and you learn it's not exactly that simple. Yeah. So we were there. If you guys watched the video, the member who did watch the video, we had tobacco all in front of us. I don't think I cut in the part where I was choking, smoking that Fuma, because it tastes nothing like it.
And when you smoke a Fuma, it's so airy. You take in so much air that it's hard sometimes.
Yeah. I think I was smoking a floral leaf. It was a binder or something like that. And I was choking on it because it was so floral and peppery at the same time. For some reason, it choked me. So they curated the tobacco. Yeah, they have to go get the tobacco for us. So think of it this way, right? You can have Foxconn. Foxconn don't have all the parts. They source the part and put it together. So essentially, Las Lavas for us is the Foxconn. They don't have a farm. So they have to go source from the farm nearby or far or near or wherever you are. And they once they source it, they can put it together. And obviously, if you guys watch the video, you know that the tobacco has different grade, different shade, different size, different part of the plant. So from there, you had to choose where you gotta use, how strong it is, flavor of that particular plant, the yield of the crops, that might skew the flavor, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. And keep in mind, I think the strength is gonna get even lower a little bit because it had to sit.
That's the thing.
Yeah. because they have to set. By the time you guys smoke it, it's another year through. That set that age for another year to, and that strength is gonna die down just a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. So by the time and everything, it should be like 3 years plus age
For the tobacco.
for the
Not
tobacco.
for you guys to
Yeah.
wait 3 years, but for the tobacco.
For the tobacco itself.
Yeah, for the youngest tobacco in there. I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just think of it this way: minimum amount of time to cure a tobacco is it's like 6 months plus anyway. So whatever tobacco you're smoking is minimum to have 6 months of curation. So and waiting time. So whatever tobacco you're smoking, most likely minimum a year. Doesn't matter where you get it from.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
And the aging part is really how long that tobacco set in a controlled environment before they get to use it. Okay. So a lot of time they bought this, they bought that, they bought this and that, they bought A, and they have no choice but to buy B. B will stay there for a long time. Definitely Ecuadorian tobacco in there. What makes you say that? How old is the oldest tobacco? I have no idea. I don't know how old the oldest tobacco is. To be honest, I think the oldest tobacco at time is gonna be the youngest tobacco, because that's probably the one that we're gonna end up using most. They say we have enough to do the next 10 years, no problem. But at the same time, different crop, different year, different, that could be different.
Yeah.
I know the crop that we're gonna be using for this blend is already there. They have it there.
So it's not going to skew anything unless we decided to release it again. Then it starts.
How rare is the rarest? Not as rare as the wrapper that they use for Opus X.
Yeah, the wrapper they use for the Opus X is
It's costly and ridiculous.
It's
Let's just say
ridiculous.
that. It's very costly and very ridiculous, and that one's very rare. And it's rare. Here's the thing: when you say rare, right? It's not what you think rare is. Rare is more like farmers don't want to grow it because it does not make money. Okay, does that make sense? Farmers don't want to grow it because it does not make money. So they don't grow it. It's hard to find that tobacco, makes it rare, right? If it's not rare, it's because it does, people use it and it's easier to grow, so they make money. Now, if the factory uses that tobacco, they gotta buy a large amount. It's gotta sit there. So when it sits there, even though it's rare, it's readily available. Does that make sense? It could be rare, but it's readily available, and every farm does that. Every company does that. They store some tobacco. If you look at the video I put out, we have they have bales after bales. They don't stop buying. They just keep buying them, and they stack them, and they just let it sit. Okay, they have places, and they have to cure them. They have to let the ammonia out. It all takes a process. It takes a while, so they just keep buying them and keep storing them. And when they needed it, they put it to this mist machine and remist it, and so that they can use it. So when you say rare is, now is Cameroon rare? Cameroon is very rare, right? But is Cameroon really that rare? No, it's just hard to get a distributor that distributes to them.
Yeah.
All right, because there's no importer or representative that will do the good job for you. And a lot of time factory refuse to buy them because they don't want to buy a whole bale or like 20 bales, and you open up, it's all crap. It's all like broken leaves, and they have no recourse, right? They have no recourse to say, hey, this is bad. So they don't buy it, and that makes it rare, right? Does a farmer in Cameroon stop growing tobacco? No, they grow a lot of tobaccos, right? To a point where they can make their own Cameroon, like African cigars. They have a lot of those. But to get a reputable distributor that distributes to the factory is hard. That is what makes it rare. Okay? JB, does that answer your question? Like, so what you guys think is rare is really not rare. There is no tobacco from Cosentia at all in there. Okay, here's a funny part, right? Tobacco for Cosentia 147, 149, and 151. If you think it's rare, how the hell do they have enough to make 149 again?
With the bigger Vitola.
With the bigger Vitola, they're using even more tobacco.
Think about that, guys.
It's not rare. Like when you think it's rare, it's not rare. And when you say Cosentia 147, that just means that they use their own farm's tobacco, and they want to highlight that. It's not rare. Anybody can buy that tobacco. Okay? And the fact that they have that many, that means nobody bought it. Right? Just put that in the math a little bit. I know that kind of kills the dream. All that image. But the truth is that the business side of it is that it doesn't sell, so they get to use it.
Yeah, so this is why we don't want to tell you a lot of shit. Just keep your dream. Keep your dream.
Right? So when somebody say 8-year, 10-year tobacco, it means that it's been sitting there for 8 years, 10 years that they can't use it.
That nobody using it.
Now, it's not always that nobody use it. It's that it could be they don't have enough to use.
Yep.
They don't have, and when they say 8-year tobacco, it does not mean the entire batch is 8 years.
Yeah. Just they are accumulating for that one batch they're gonna launch, one blend that they're gonna do.
They hold it for themselves, tons of it. They just don't give it to anyone else. I can tell you, majority of the tobacco farm will not do that because you're holding it, you're losing money by the moment.
Losing money. Yeah.
Okay, by the moment. Okay. 146, 149, 151. Isn't 146 discontinued now? Yeah, 149 was discontinued.
No, 146 discontinued. 149 was supposed to be discontinued, and then they bring it back with another blend.
That means they have more tobacco. And you gotta tell me that all of a sudden you just found that tobacco in the entire factory. That's not gonna be true, okay? You remember what you have. It's all in the spreadsheet. You know how much weight you have, how much you can use, and all that stuff. You know all that. You're not gonna be like, I don't know. I don't know how much tobacco we have. That's like me. I don't know how much cigar I have. But for a business, that doesn't, Personally, the blend means very little. It's more to nerds out on the construction. No offense, you guys, just my friend. No, the blend really means very little. The blend really means that because in the end, you can't. Okay, when you go out to eat Chinese food, does their recipe matter to you? If it tastes good, you're not gonna go to the kitchen. It's like, yeah, who cooked this General Gao chicken? Tastes so good. I would like to know what's in the sauce.
How much SMG you put in?
Right? They gotta say, okay, the soy sauce is Japanese and salt is American, and no, you're not gonna care about that, right? You're not gonna care about that, right? So this is why we want you to focus on the flavor, not the blend and stuff like that, right? So yeah, the tobacco industry does not like to hold their tobacco. Nobody likes that. It takes up space. Just imagine you gotta make 100,000 cigars. How much tobacco you need? They are sitting over there taking up your space.
Like then you have to curate more tobacco. It don't make sense.
Not only they're taking out your space, you have to care for them so that they don't dry out and just crack or whatever. You can't use them anymore. They don't mow and you gotta keep them somewhat usable. That's costing you money, more time, more money. You need employees to look at it every day. You need to make sure that they're still good. There's no bugs. There's no rat eating it like McDonald's. All that stuff. Nobody wants to keep those tobacco if they can't use it. But then you always have leftovers. And what you do with leftovers, you wait on it. You wait until you can get more.
Yep.
Because if you have a good blend, you keep making that blend. In fact, you make it so much of it so that you can store your entire facility with it so that when you want a cigar, it's there. You really think these big boys don't play with supply? Come on. We're not in Disneyland. Now, what do you mean by like the big boy doesn't play with supply? You mean not selling the supply? If you know there's a blend that sells, you will make as much of that blend as possible, because if you say, I'm going to start making next year's tobacco, and okay, when you say control the market, let me explain that, okay? Control the market. If I buy out all the tobacco out there and not sell it, who's got to use those tobacco? You only buy the tobacco you need. You don't buy the tobacco you don't need. You do make the cigar in advance, because there's no way to roll that many cigars in one season. Okay?
Yeah.
So you will start, whenever you're not doing anything, you're rolling some cigars. All right? And they'll roll as much as they can. They don't want to keep those tobacco they can't use. The problem of the controlling market that you're talking about is actually more like, if you got to buy A, you have to buy B.
And when you buy A and B, you don't use B. You just want to use the A.
And you'll have to find a way to use B.
And
All
if
right.
you don't, it sits.
All right. You got to know that if somebody was making you have that hard, okay, the thing is that there's only so many farms that make tobacco. Let's be honest here. There's only so many farms that make tobacco. Okay. And when you run out of supply, then you can't make the cigar. The problem with that is a lot of people have core lines, right? For example, when you look at Gurkha's production, they are rolling cigars that didn't have an order yet. They are rolling cigars that don't have order yet, because you want to distribute that much cigar, you can only make 3 million cigars. You can only make 3 million cigars a year for Lewis's factory. And you got to make for multiple brands. You got to ship to multiple places. You only have so much. So for factory, does it make sense for you to store that much tobacco that you don't need, that you don't use? There's a fine line as a businessman to know when you push the envelope in the market share. Yeah, but the thing is that the farmers, they are not like that. They can only grow so much, and they can only grow a specific type of tobacco every time they do it. So when they grow that, they grow whatever makes money. For example, this is why you don't really see Connecticut grow in Connecticut anymore. You're not going to find pure Connecticut. You find Ecuadorian Connecticut, because it's cheaper to grow somewhere else. Nobody's buying that expensive leaf. Leaf gets too expensive, people stop using. Davidoff, they have a slew of recipes or blends that they kept in the vault, and they make their vault series whenever they have enough tobacco to do it. Okay? Now, can they keep those tobacco on the side? Yes, but also means they have the blend to use. Like I said, they're not gonna keep tobacco that they can't use. Davidoff don't have farm. They still source them. All right? They used to have an exclusive farm that they source from. That's gone. They no longer have that contract. So they're sourcing whatever they can use, and they know what they use and what their blend is. And whenever they have enough, they release a vault series.
Yep.
So that's the same thing. With buy A, you gotta buy B. All right. So they have enough B, they make a vault series, but they still need to all the tobacco to make A, to make the core line, to make the anniversario, to make all that stuff. But they can't just buy exactly what they need. That's if you're saying that's how the market is rigged. They rig it by that way, by selling you tobaccos you don't need. Okay, and nobody likes that. And they had to find a way to put it in their filler or whatever. And that's what making some tobacco price goes down, because you're using a tobacco that they kind of forced to buy. That makes sense? So, like, is there some sort of play in the market? Yes. But they play the market by forcing you to buy crops that they don't want. Because when you grow an entire plant of tobacco, let's just say there's an entire plant of tobacco, there's only certain ones that you want, right? Especially if you're sourcing for wrapper, you only want the perfect ones. Okay, you only want the perfect ones. You don't want the one that's not perfect with holes on it or whatever. Those are the you use for fillers and stuff like that. But when you buy I want to buy a whole bale of leaf that top grade with the most flavor, most perfect wrapper. They're like, okay, you can buy that, but you'll have to buy 2 bale of that junk. Figure it out. And that's how factory does. And that's the play they have. They can't raise the price too high because then nobody will make that cigar for that year. Lewis Griffith always went through that. We had to put his own cigar on hold just to meet the demands of the bigger order. He raised the tobacco price. For him, he's looking for sources all the time. It's not that he can't find it. In fact, when we were there, he was talking about the Cameroon wrapper that he got was junk.
Yeah, he couldn't use it.
He couldn't use it, right? Like his expression was like, he got the tobacco. Senior Lewis went to take a look at it. He pulled one out and said, "This is shit," and he put it back in there. So there's a difference between able to source it and reliably source the ones that you want because you need the quality. They also have been around forever, and just La Slava is new. Like I said, Davidoff, like I say, is a different beast. So they have a control of what they can keep, and stuff like that. So another way of doing the things are buying from another factory. For example, short fillers and stuff like that. People sell their short fillers
All day.
Yeah.
Every day.
If they don't roll short filler cigar, they give it to other people to blend it. So they sell those. So a lot of time, like if you just need a filler or whatever, you go to a different company and source their tobacco that they don't want. They don't need to use or whatever. You can trade, you can buy. It does happen. I think Steve Saka said the same thing you're saying when he makes his cigar in Hoya. Yeah, it's across the board.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
everybody.
it's across the board. Right? If you go through the sourcing process, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
They make you buy certain amount of B if you want A. And A is obviously what you want. A is obviously what everybody wants. But they don't raise price. They just make sure that A is good enough to sell B. Just like when you go to cigar shop, right? Like you want an Andalusian bowl, 1 stick, you got to buy 5 other sticks over there. Same idea. Same idea. They use that to sell the crop that they don't want. They don't raise the price of that one crop and not deal with the thing. They make you buy more of the stuff that they need to sell. Because everybody wants top grade cigars, tobaccos. Everybody wants perfect tobacco. The more perfect the tobacco it is, the more you can use it out of that one leaf, right? But you gotta buy one that's maybe half not good, maybe all crumbled up, maybe a shrivel, maybe not big enough to be a wrapper, that kind of stuff. So I want to just kind of give you guys that image. I know people think like, oh, they gotta control the market and not if they don't sell it, other people will sell it. They're not that in that country. They need the money. They can't just not sell it. Okay, they need the money, and if they if the farm turn around and screw the tobacco company will just not source for them. They're screwed.
Yeah. Which is going to be very sad, right?
Yeah.
You don't want that.
The farmer makes very little money, very, very little. So if they try to screw you over and you don't source for them, they're in a big loss. So you're thinking that the farmer can control the market. Is actually not that.
That's why when like company that have farms for themselves, they're a monster. They're a powerhouse.
And a lot of places that they have their own farm is because they don't want to deal with sourcing.
Yeah.
They don't have to deal with quality. They don't have to deal with sourcing. They know what kind of tobacco they have. Now, do they source? Yes. There's no way they only use their own tobacco. They all source.
Mm-hmm.
Every single farm ended up source something. I mean, not a farm. Every single factory ended up source something. Nobody can say I only use our own tobacco and nothing else.
No, they have to source. They have to source.
Right? Unless for example, unless your Plasencia and the only tobacco only cigar you make is a Nicaraguan Puro.
Or Padron.
Right? They don't make the entire line like that. They had to source something else to get rid of some of the tobaccos. Right? So that's it might seem counterintuitive, but it's actually that way. The farmers grows whatever makes money because they need to entice the people to buy them. If they grow anything that's rare that nobody can get and then nobody buys from them, they lost out for the entire year. It's a big risk for the farmer because they make very little money. You buy them by the bale. If you see how big that bale is, it's 90 pound.
90 pounds.
90 pound and 120. That's the two size that we saw. That's a lot of leaves. Those leaves are light.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they are dry. It's not like they're wet or a lot of water away. No, they were dry. So they are at the mercy of people continue to make tobacco. If they screw around, they are not going to be able to do that. Now, cost. You're saying that the tobacco had to rise? This is the insider, okay? In DR, there is a requirement that every year you give X amount of raises, X amount of bonuses. And as you go, they get more and more expensive. This is why your cigar got more expensive. It's actually the cost of the factory people. Tobacco is tobacco. But the people who's working on the tobacco, who's working in the factory, their salary go up. This is why your cigar go up.
Just
Because
like
they get paid
everything
by the
else
cigar.
over here, you know, if the minimum wage go up, everything go up. Put it that way.
There's Fuente source. They're buying farms in Nicaragua. Yeah, they always had source. Everybody
You
source.
always, yeah, everybody
Everyone
source.
Everyone sources and sell.
Yep.
All right.
But
Every factory has to source and sell.
don't get us wrong though. Fuente is a beast, man.
Yeah. Fuente is a totally different category. Just like
Yeah.
Presencia, a totally different category.
Yeah, they're like a whole different, like this craziness beyond of cigars, man. Like,
And I love Davidoff. Davidoff is not at the caliber as Fuentes.
yeah, that's I could stand for that. Even I didn't want to say that, but Tony did. And yeah, you think Davidoff is an animal? Fuente is a whole different, like, mystic beast. Like,
Okay. The reason Davidoff lost their exclusive farm is because they keep telling the farm you had to grow these, and the farm says I could grow other things. I make more money. Why am I growing these for you? That's why
Yeah.
they're no longer exclusive, because they don't want to grow the stuff just for Davidoff. Davidoff can sell their cigar for whatever prices. It does not affect their tobacco prices. All right, guys. Davidoff can sell $100 per cigar. Their tobacco is still the same price.
Yep.
But the tobacco is not selling at the price that the farmer wants. The farmer says, why am I growing this if I can grow that? It makes more money. People want this. People want this, not that.
but Davidoff, like, I want that, not this.
Yeah. Davidoff, I need X amount of this because I need to make my core line. All my core lines are naturals. Right? They're like, but nobody wants naturals. Everybody wants Maduros. This is why you see Davidoff making Maduros. Okay? I hope that explains, but it sounds absolutely mind-boggling, mind-fucking, whatever you want to call it. When we were there, we were mind-fucked.
Yeah.
Right? When you're actually there, they're like, I'll prove it to you. Like, whatever we say, we go over there, they're like, well, I'll prove it to you. And then we just see it. Most have source wrappers at least. Yeah, most of the factory does.
Mm-hmm.
Unless, like I say, if you're Fuente, you have your own farm growing just that wrapper.
Just that. If they
And they
because
waste like
Fuente-
90% of it.
Fuente focus on wrapper, they would source everything else though.
Okay? Fuente will waste their wrapper, their natural
Yeah.
Dominican wrapper, and they will use it all.
They don't give a damn, man.
Okay? And they will source everything else. And Plasencia, they have they will source all the fillers, and they will use Nicaraguan wrapper everywhere.
Yep.
Right? So I wanted to make sure you guys know that, and that's part of the insider things that we can tell you. I think it gives you better understanding about rare tobacco when you read those blends. It's like, somebody tell you, oh, it's a Dominican Puro and stuff like that. Now, if somebody's selling you Dominican Puro at $8, it does not happen.
That will never, ever happen. For $8 Dominican Puro, just look in the face and say, fuck you.
Not that mean. Not that mean. Okay, the reason being, I can explain this to you, and it's not a secret. Dominican tobacco is ugly.
Ugly as balls. It's uglier than my wrinkled balls.
All right, Dominican tobacco. If you saw it in front of you, is wrinkly. It's not pretty.
It's not pretty at all.
Okay, and it has a lot of discolorations. So you're not gonna be able to use that as wrapper. So if anybody's using the wrapper, they're getting rid of majority of it and just take that small amount of good quality ones, and they're wasting the rest of it.
Yep.
All right.
And that's where Fuente.
And this is why Fuente can charge you whatever amount they want.
Yep.
And be okay with it.
You're fine with it. You're like, all right, good.
Now, if you tell me that Padron uses Dominican wrapper, I'll believe you 100%. If I didn't,
They don't give a damn.
all right, because that's how Dominican wrapper will look like.
Yeah, those are the like Padron is just they don't give a fuck about how the cigar look like, man. You notice that? I hope you guys notice that. You guys smoke enough Padrons. The Padrons, all the cigar just look not pretty. You know,
They look like a newborn baby just came out.
That's the one thing though. Padron don't give a damn either. Padron's like one of those boys that, hey, I don't care how it look like. It tastes good, right, bitch?
All right. So this is how we know there was no way we're gonna do a Puro of any kind, because getting that wrapper is so expensive. It makes no sense.
Especially Dominican.
And you had to be that big player to say, "Oh, go ahead and waste it. I don't care."
Yeah, waste 75, 80% of the bill. I don't give a damn.
All right. And Opus can literally sit on the table and said, "Oh, you can only use 10% of that leaf, and what the rest of them gonna do? Oh, you can't use it? Do it." Opus Fuente is the only one that can go like, "Oh, yeah, I don't care." You know
Yeah,
what?
I don't care.
Use those leaf. Oh, we got excess of $1 million. Use that to build a road, by the way. Use that to build a
Yeah,
road.
thank you.
If you land in Dominican airport, the first thing you see was a big ass picture of Fuentes.
Yep, it's huge. Like as soon as you come out the gate, he's like right in front of your freaking face.
They got so much money, they fix the road, they donate money to this, and they got so much money, they can go, yeah. Quality, we're the only one that can do that. Opus says, go do it.
Yep.
Oh, they don't really like it? Tony don't like it? Screw that guy. Make it.
But the quality is there though. So that once you look at the Opus again, you're like, I get it.
And they're like, oh, this year we only use 1% of the leaf? Put it on the Legend.
The Legend. Oh God, fuck.
Put it on Legend, and we sell it for $200.
I'll pop.
Oh, no one buy it? I don't care.
Nobody. Same thing. But Joan has the same attitude, so they work well together.
Well, yeah, they have to, because they are sitting at the tables. What if nobody buy it? And they had to go, I don't care. They might. I don't know.
I can't say nothing about that.
Yeah, we get that. They might. I don't know.
Hey JB, if you say the core line is not pretty, just imagine what they throw it away.
Yeah. If you guys, the members who watch the video, look at the leaf on the table and tell me those things looks pretty. I think all of them were ugly except one.
There was one pretty. It was the binder.
The
was
binder
pretty.
was overall the prettiest one out of all of them. It's not the one you're not gonna see.
It was pretty, yeah.
All right. We're not kidding you. We try to give you the truth.
And Lewis freaking destroyed a nice pretty wrapper, pretty leaf. He
Oh, yeah,
just
he
like
was like,
ripped
this is
it.
really nice.
He was like, oh my god, look at this thing. I was like, yeah, that thing do look good. He's like, oops. He was like,
and then-
fuck, I fucked it up, guys. He's like, I
just
fucked it
that one
up.
He doesn't. Yeah, I just fucked that one up and put it in. So that one could have been a rapper. He just ruined it.
Yeah, he ruined it. He gets so mad. It's so funny.
He literally said, "Yeah, I fucked that one up." He keep talking about it. Walked into the office.
Yeah, he talked about the whole entire time. It's like that was a pretty ass leaf though.
Mm-hmm. It was so chocolatey. It was so
Yeah,
brown,
it was
nice
like-
looking. Yeah, it's all about that, man. It's all about that. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Like once you go through that process, what you thought was and everything was within reason, right? Whatever we know as a cigar smoker, those things are within reason. You think that that's how it happens. That's how it works. But when you get there, it's like, well, you can keep thinking about it that way, but the truth is that business had to run. Business had to run, and they had to keep the business going.
Like I say, like before I think about the same thing about you guys, like how you guys think. Like I think I should have kept that dream. That dream was nice, tell the truth. Right? That justified a lot of things that I spent money on.
The only thing we probably changed that changed for me is when I came back, I no longer I cannot bitch about Opus's price as much. That's the only thing I said. That's the only thing that I cannot bitch as much.
Yeah.
But I'm still gonna rate it the same way I'm rating it.
I know you will. That's the thing though. It still doesn't skew us from our review whatsoever. Even though we look at it differently now.
Yeah, we look at it like in a like in more consideration, but it's not gonna change much.
Yeah.
Right? You're like, oh, okay, now I know why it costs that much, but still, you guys are still robbing us blind.
You're robbing the shit out of us.
In fact, that makes me not want to buy Oro Blanco, but I still want to buy Oro Blanco.
Oh, you know why. You're that Oro Blanco boy. I mean, before we could kind of justify it, but now it's like it's hard to defend it.
Okay.
Oh man, your appearance is king than flavor because you look at it before you smoke it, boy. I tell you that right now.
Yeah.
You smoke it, you look at it before you smoke it, cause that shit look ugly as fuck. I'm telling you.
Whenever I look at a pile of Patron, I look like I'm staring at a ball sack on a cold day.
But once you smoke it, it's okay. It's good.
Yeah. Okay. I think we have enough today. 11:13. That means it's time to head somewhere else. And again, look forward to Saturday's smoking of the first visit of the first blend. And hopefully that turned out good. If it's golden, we'll let you know, right? So,
That's the thing.
any of the questions you guys have, ask away the next show, and then we'll see. Yeah, it's the band that gets you sometimes. We'll see you guys next time. Go to Discord. Bye, guys.
See ya.